Yo, what's up TRC fans? Tyler back with another episode. I'm here with my man Charles. We're here with probably one of the most unique cars that we've featured, probably only a handful in the country, a Barra swap Mustang. Dude, this thing has a huge single turbo. I can't wait to show you guys this one. I definitely can't wait to ride in it. Let's go. Dang, honestly, I can't even believe that I'm seeing this in person. I'm here with my man Charles. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Dude, doing amazing. Thank you for bringing us out here.
For sure. Thanks for coming out.
Dude, this thing looks absolutely gnarly. Tell me a little bit about the car.
It's a Ford Barra. Had it imported from Australia from my friend Jason Converse. He ships full shipping containers with him.
Oh,
you know,
dang.
here, yeah. So yeah, we had it. It was a non-turbo block. Pulled the whole thing apart. Half fill short block, new rods, new pistons, all completely assembled by A-Star Fabrication. Andy McPherson, you know, did a hell of a job. You know, I'm super happy.
Yeah.
You know, this is a 2-year build. He did the motor, he did the tuning. It's got a Link ECU. Link ECU, they're actually out of New Zealand, so they were pretty excited about this project.
Yeah.
Too, because they're pretty familiar with this platform over there. We're probably one of the first people on their system with a fully running car, you know, sort of ready to go.
Do you know how many there are that are like functioning?
Yeah, my friend Jason Williams, he's got a 69 Mustang, his is running. My friend Chris Porter, he's got an RX-7, his is running. You know, there's a few other guys in the States, but there's probably under 5 of us.
That's crazy to have a motor that was so mass produced.
Yeah.
And to still have like such small exposure here in the States.
Yeah, I mean, you know, these were only sold in Australia.
Yeah.
You know, they're kind of isolated from the rest of the world. It's been their hidden gem. Yeah. For a while, and you know, they'll kind of make jokes with us that we're stealing their engines and stuff. You know, those guys are cool. You know, they've been super supportive.
And it's crazy to hear these sounds coming out of a Mustang, because I mean the Inline-6, it is reminiscent of a 2J.
Yeah,
it's very reminiscent, but just the overall platform being a Ford engine, that just gets me.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna confuse a lot of people around here when I open up the hood and it says Ford.
Yeah.
You know?
What size turbo is that, and what kind of power is it making?
It's Force Performance 4580, 80mm turbo. Turned up, we should be able to make 1200. It's got a 150 shot on top of that.
Just in case 1200 wasn't enough.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I mean, what do you guys, are you guys trying to run it on the track, obviously, right?
Yeah, you know, I'm looking for a race car that I can head out, you know, grab some ice cream, you know, with the wife, but still click out, you know, maybe a low 8-second pass.
Dang.
You know, high 7s turned up.
So I mean, what kind of fuel system is it running? What kind of fuel is it on right now?
It's running on E85, 2200 cc injectors. It's got a Magda 4703 fuel pump. It's got the fuel to support the power, you know. It's
not only just an awesome swap, like the whole car is like clean all the way around. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it's decent. You know, I mean, it's got some bumps and bruises. You know, this car was a drag car, actually. It had a 302 Ford motor in it. I was able to sell the motor, sell the trains and stuff, sell a lot of the higher end parts off to fund some of this project. A lot of the components I got from Hughes Performance. They're in Phoenix, Arizona. Pete Nichols was able to hook me up. Aluminum drums. It's got a 2-piece torque converter, so I can service it very easily. But yeah, we completely went through the trans. It's got a newer system, actually, converter dump valves. You're able to stage the car without staying on nitrous.
And so you guys are actually, so not only is it built for 1200, you guys are going to put some nitrous on it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's gonna be my
these people in Detroit, they like to party, I tell you.
Yeah, for sure.
Just seeing a build like this, man, I can't wait to hear this thing. Can you start it up for me?
Sure thing.
That's no 2J, that's that sound of that Inline-6 Barra. That engine is absolutely amazing. They put this motor in decently quick sports cars as well as like larger SUVs. So this engine is just really versatile. All right, let's go for a ride in this thing, see what she's got. Especially with the exhaust kicking right out the side. Yeah. Oh my god. Woo, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
You ready? She moves out.
Yes. Man, smells good too. I'm here with the man who built it, Andy. Dude, you guys built an awesome machine, most definitely. Give me a rundown on it.
So it's a 4-liter Barra. VVT's been deleted. The thrust has been rollerized in the motor. It's got the large 80mm FP turbo on it. Done the whole wiring harness on it, the tuning.
What kind of fabrication did you guys have to do to make this thing work?
We had to push part of the firewall back a little bit because the motor is quite a bit longer than even a 2JZ. We had to move the radiator and everything forward, the tube front end. A few more modifications to make the oil pan and everything fit in a Foxbody tubular subframe, we'll say. I mean, other than that, just building a standard turbo kit and, you know, it's a Foxbody Mustang, so parts are available, you know?
Yeah. Man, this thing looks like it means business. I mean, your dyno, I hear, is known as the Heartbreaker. Is that right?
Yeah, so we've got a IMP all-wheel drive Mustang dyno with a 48-inch roller on it. Unfortunately, we don't use a inductive pickup, so torque readings get a little bit weird when you're dynoing a loose converter auto car like this. But with what the dyno says and fuel flow numbers, we'll take a guess to it and say it puts down just over 1,000 at the wheel.
Dang.
You know, on what we'll call low boost still, it's only on 26 pounds. So.
And is that what we're running at today?
Yeah, so right now we're still restricted from running CO2 on the car. I'm waiting for a firmware update from Link on it right now. So unfortunately, using the CO2 gate, we're limited to about 25, 26 pounds due to back pressure and whatnot. We just can't get it any higher.
So I was talking to Charles earlier, and you know, he has a friend who ships these over in crates. Why do you think you don't see this swap very often?
It's still new to the community, I believe. Parts availability just being slow, coming from Australia, lack of knowledge with the motor. You know, it does have a few small quirks, like I was mentioning earlier, rollerizing the crankshaft. So we've machined the front of the block, we've machined the front snout of the crank, and we've installed a Torrington bearing on it. We were told by some of the big dogs in Australia that when doing an auto in one of these, that was very important. And it's semi-common in big block, small block Ford stuff also. So I guess we'll say the Barra retained the Ford aspect of Ford, you know. So
for sure.
The motor is very large, so I think trying to fit it in some applications might be rough. It is fairly heavy, you know, of an engine. So, and again, just lack of knowledge, availability on parts. I think it will be a new up-and-comer coming to the US, you know. I mean, I'll say pound for pound, you know, running other JZ cars and whatnot, it does seem like this will make more power per pound. And maybe time will tell how long the block and other supporting parts
stay together. You know? And a lot of people, surprisingly, don't even know what a Barra is.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was familiar with it before Charles, and this has been the dream build going on for 3 years in his head, I believe. The last couple car builds he had was like a all-wheel drive auto DSM that went like 960s or 70s, and even then the dream was just to build this Barra Mustang that he had in the back of his brain. So it's been a pleasure to work with him. Glad to see it to the end, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys built this car basically from the ground up, right?
Yeah, so he had bought the car running and driving with a Ford 302 motor in it, picked it up from buying it, towed it to my shop. We unloaded it, he drove it once, got pulled over in the parking lot, first time driving it. And that night we pulled all the, you know, old school carb Ford motor out of it, the nitrous, everything, unwired the whole car, and He already had the Barra engine at that point, started the build on it. He picked up a spare engine so we could do all the mock-up while we were going through the motor and whatnot, just because, again, parts availability was kind of rough. Rods took quite some time from Australia. We had the pistons made local at Diamond, so they were only about 3 weeks or so out, but some of the parts have been
a pain.
Yeah, especially during COVID, you know,
Yeah.
trying to get stuff out of Plasma Man, or, you know, like even when the manifold showed up, it was flanged for the wrong throttle body, and
Yeah.
instead of waiting 3 months, it was get it done.
For sure.